Guys, so Ryan here. Hope you're doing well. Let me just make sure that we're centered. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys, seeing who attends tonight. Again, Ryan Soundsman with Accelerate Marketing, and I own a digital marketing agency, and it's been around for about 15 years, and we optimize Google local service ads and Google business profiles for local businesses to help them create the business, or to help them create a business that they really love. And you can get a whiteboard behind me tonight so that we can do some whiteboarding if we want to. And I would definitely encourage you guys to send any sort of comments to me if you've got any questions. I am going to post a link here to invite people to jump in, and we help local businesses. There's the link. We help local businesses generate an additional $50,000 to $100,000 or more a month for their business, and create a business that they love by helping them do what we're going to talk about tonight, which is to double your lead volume with simple strategies for local businesses. So I see that we've got a good number of people in here from X, and also from some other platforms. If you're a local business owner, this is the time to ask questions. I am going to go over I'm going to show my screen. I'm going to show my phone, give you some examples, and really help you guys understand what's possible for a local business owner in 2024, soon to be 2025. There's so many opportunities to help a business owner, especially a business owner that's wearing many hats. I know a lot of you guys wear so many hats, and it can be very stressful trying to be the intake, manage your team, do all the things that you do as a business owner. And if you're really looking to leverage everything that's available out there with, you've got artificial intelligence now. There's so many different strategies out there. I mean, we've actually documented over. Oh, hey, Craig Klein, great question. Is SEO worth the wait? By the way, you can jump in if you want to ask a question. I definitely encourage you to jump in the call. I put a link. Hopefully you do have a link there. I'm gonna post a link, the StreamYard link, if you want to jump in and be live with me here. SEO can be worth the wait. Can be worth the wait. Let me just show my screen. Thank you, Craig. Let me show my screen here. And that is one of the strategies, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna go over tonight. So let me show my screen. Here's the entire screen here, so you guys can see. So the workshop structure is going to be this. Okay. So first of all, is why does this matter? The pain is that most local businesses miss out on 50% of potential leads due to slow response time or poor online visibility and inconsistent messaging. And to your point, Craig, yes, SEO is worth the wait. And there are strategies, and I'm going to show you, that are very, very easy for you guys to implement today that will get you guys ranked as a local business owner very, very quickly. And I'm going to show you one of them very soon. Let me just show you this. Okay. So, let me just get through this first. I'm going to go over the outline. So the gain is by doubling your lead volume means more sales, more growth, and more time to focus on what you do best. So let me just set the stage here. Here's a Harvard study that was presented in 2011. And what they looked at is, and this really makes the point, and I'm going to answer your question here, Craig, I promise. They audited 2,241 US companies, measuring how long it took each to respond to web-generated test leads, okay? Although 37% responded to their lead within an hour and 16% responded within 24 hours, 24% took more than 24 hours, and 23% never responded at all. Okay, so what does that say? what that tells me is there's a huge opportunity for business owners to really not do this, to do just the opposite. Because if your competition is doing this and you instead actually get back to everybody within 30, you don't even have to get back to somebody, because you can answer the phone instantly today. And it doesn't mean you've got to like do more or spend more time or nothing like that. And I'm going to show you how to do this without having to spend any extra time, and do this both with voice and with messaging. So I just wanted to set the stage with that. So let me go back here. He who reposes first wins. Repose. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So here's what, and if you want, Craig, you can tell me, what keyword you're looking to optimize for, what area, and I'll tell you, like how tough it's going to be. So what Craig's talking about is if I go in looking for an, HVAC company, and we use a tool, and I'll show you in a second here. It's called BrightLocal to do this. And you can use a precise location. Let me just, not now. So here, so you can see here, I'm going to go, it's saying, okay, here, I'm in Palm City. So if you want to show up for not only the city that you're in, where your business is physically located, if you want to show up for surrounding cities as well, this is what you want to do as a local business owner. You want to make sure that you're showing up for your keywords and the city that people are typing in, okay? And these are the businesses that are getting the phone calls. And this is not search engine optimization. And one of the big challenges that people have, or one of the big questions that I get from people, is when you go down here, okay, so this down here, the maps, is considered, in my opinion, the search engine optimization for local businesses. And typically it takes between 3 to 6 months for a business to show up as one of these top 3 listings here, okay? So and I just want you guys to know that if any other agencies are telling you that otherwise, you definitely want to make sure that you're aware that it does take, for legitimately, it can take, it depends on how competitive your market is. Like if you're looking at a bigger city, Palm City is not that big, but if you're looking at New York City or Miami or Jacksonville or Tampa, then it's going to take potentially 6 to 12 months, especially if you're like a personal injury attorney. Okay. Okay. So here you go. So this is going to be not that tough. And by the way, about 30%, 40% of people select from this section up here. This is the Google local service ad section. You pay to show up in here. You pay for the phone calls or the message leads that people will make to your business. Okay. So you're paying to show up, which is nice. It's a double-edged sword, because you're not paying, you can get here quickly. You can show up here very rapidly. It's just that you're going to be paying for the phone calls that you generate. Now, down here, if you show up here on the maps, this is called search engine optimization, or local search engine optimization, or what I would call Google Business Profile optimization. Why? Because it's just optimizing your Google Business Profile page to show up here on the map. Some people call this the maps. This has been around for about 15 years, ever since we've been doing what we do, which is, online, basically Google Business Profile optimization and local service ads optimization for local businesses. For 15 years, we've been doing that. We are Google Local Service Ads partners. If you're wondering, why you should listen to me, we've been doing it for 15 years. We've helped thousands of companies around the world. And you have to be selected by Google to actually be a Google Local Service Ads partner, which gives us access to partner level support. Every week, we meet with an actual employee. If you've ever tried to call Google, you know that 800 number is not a fun number to call, because those are not employees. Those are contract salespeople. And, you talk to 10 different people and they'll tell you 10 different things a lot of times. I hate to say it, Google, but that's just kind of how it works. He who responds first wins. So Why? Is the bottleneck content or backlinks? Great question. Okay, and especially now with the way that things are going, I want to just make Are you guys able to hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh my gosh. Did you just miss all that? Okay, somebody give me a thumbs up. There's like 29 people on here. I'm really bummed that you guys didn't hear that. Okay, so I'm going to go over that again. So I'm going to show you guys here. Okay, somebody give me a thumbs up so I know that people are able to hear. And let me know when the last time was that you heard me. I want you guys to just understand what I'm saying here, okay? Which is 8:12. So maybe about 8 minutes. You guys maybe you guys lost audio. So here's what I was showing here, okay? I was saying that about 30 to 40% of people select one of these businesses, okay? I'd say about 10% select a business from here. This is Google pay-per-click. You pay per click here, okay? The problem is that you actually pay every time that somebody clicks here, and to get a click to convert to a phone call takes a lot of clicks. And the cost, we know this because we've been doing this for over 15 years. And we've done, and actually Google did a case study on one of our attorneys, and they found that the cost of a conversion, or a cost for a new client that you would acquire from Google pay-per-click, which is this here, this is the sponsored section, versus a client that you would acquire from Google Screen or Google Local Service Ads, you'd spend twice as much down here as you would up here. Why? Because you've got 5 psychological triggers up here that Google's using, and that people can use to make decisions quickly on who they're going to go with. Down here, you notice there's no social proof, there's no reviews. You also, there's no picture, there's no specificity, meaning you can't connect with the person, okay? And it's not specific. You don't know that these are personal injury attorneys down here that actually are in Palm City, okay? And so that's specificity. There's a little bit of there's a lot of authority because you got the green checkbox for Google here, okay? And so you can see there's a ton of authority here. And then there's also a lot of authority because they're listed at the top of Google, okay? So this is why we focus on the Google Local Service Ads platform and not Google pay-per-click. And we also focus only on the Google Local Service Ads platform and getting our clients to be one of those top 2 up above, and then also down here on the Google Business Profile section, because there's about 30 to 40% of people that select from here, and a business owner doesn't pay to actually, when somebody actually calls from down here, okay? You will pay if somebody calls from down here. You'll pay for anybody that calls or send a message lead, okay? And if you guys can let me know if you can hear the audio, that'd be great. If anybody wants to jump in, please jump in. I'm going to post the link here. Again, if you guys want to jump in, if somebody can give me some feedback, that'd be great. I'd love to know what questions you have. Hopefully you guys, saw what the outline, the basic outline tonight. I'm going to show you how you can double your lead volume without doing anything else as a business owner, okay? And I'm going to show you here, guys. And by the way, your answer to your question, Craig, because the type of content that I would create, first of all, I would use Yoast to optimize the content. I would create what are called city pages, okay? And a city page is just a page with the URL and the content optimized for your main keyword and your city, okay? And I'm going to show you an example of this down here. Here's an example. All of these are examples, actually. I'll bet you this one is too. Yeah, look at this. Look at the URL structure here, okay? You see how it says Palm City? Martin County, Palm City. Look, this is keyword optimized. This is a city page. This is just one page that talks about how Brian Gerlich is a attorney that specializes in personal injury law in Palm City, and he's probably created a page just like this for all the surrounding cities. Why? So that he can show up whenever somebody types in the keyword personal injury attorney Palm City or any other city around him. And the reason why he's able to do that is because he is focused on that keyword for that page, okay? And this is the kind of content that I would create as a local business, is a city page, a keyword optimized city page, okay? Here's another one, Palm City personal injury lawyer, Palm City personal injury lawyer. You guys see this? And they've done this for all these different areas. Stewart bicycle accidents, Stewart brain injuries, Stewart car accidents, you see what I'm saying? Stewart, Florida. That's what this is. They're in Stewart. They want all the cases that are coming in from Stewart. Okay? And they've done this for probably all these keywords, and they've combined them with all their cities. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Hey, how much you charge for your service? Well, it depends. I mean, hopefully you guys, well, it depends if you're talking about Google Local. Do you have a business? Do you have, what kind of business do you have? R-Line fan channel. Let me know. We charge separately for Google Local Service Ads optimization and Google Business Profile optimization. And what we do first is we actually do an audit, okay, of your business. Okay. And if you want to set up a time to meet with us, then just text this number right here, 619-304-5155. And we'll run a free audit of your local service ads. All we need is your CID, your customer ID number. And I'm really looking forward to, and by the way, if you guys want to join our school community, we do have a free school community. It's just school.com/local lead labs. A lot of this information that I'm sharing tonight is in there. We'd love for you. We just started it. We've already got 52 members. We'd love for you guys to join us and to learn more about how you can really grow your business so that you guys don't have to wear so many hats. You can just create a constant stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold business or leads, so that you can create a business that you really love, and let me just, so that's the local labs, if you want to join us. Okay, so let me go back to, here's that example that I was showing you again, okay? And by the way, guys, I want to show you. So you can show up here in the local service ad section almost instantaneously. I was just talking to a guy today that called me up. He said he wants to, he's got a roofing company. They've got 4 other locations down here on the Google Business Profile section. They're already spending about $8,000 a month for their roofing company, and they just want to get more leads, but they just don't have time to manage it. And honestly, a lot of businesses or a lot of agencies that run pay-per-click, and by the way, we had a case study that was, I don't know if you guys missed this or not, but we had a case study that was done by Google on one of our clients. And, they asked us to submit like 4 or 5 different businesses, and they chose this one, How Law. And what they found when they did this case studies, they found that the cost for a new client, the cost to acquire a new client after all after our clients, waded through all the leads they got and they converted them, they found that it was twice as expensive down here in the pay-per-click section to convert a lead versus up here, because of all of the psychological triggers up here that you can see, the specificity, the social proof, the authority, all the things that I was talking about, the exclusivity, and the scarcity. There's even scarcity here because there's only two that show up. So I want you guys to understand that. I want you to understand that you're going to save a lot of money if you can start showing up here, and you can start showing up down here. I can just tell you though that it's going to take a little longer, 3 to 6 months to show up down here, and 6 to 9 months if you're in a bigger city in a very competitive vertical like PI. It's very competitive. And by the way, like I said before, I want to make sure I make this point. If you have a higher likelihood of showing up here if you're also showing up down here, okay? So this is about 10 to 20% of the likelihood of you showing up here in the Google Maps section or Google Business Profile has to do with whether or not you're ranking down here, but only about 10% of people select the business from down here. That's why I don't consider this local business, local search engine optimization. I don't consider getting your website ranked local search engine optimization. I consider it a part of getting the business to show up on the maps, whether that's maps on Bing or whether that's maps on obviously Google, which about 70 to 80% of business people choose from Google. That's still. So that's where I would focus. I would focus on the local service ad section, otherwise known as the Google Guaranteed or Google Screened. And I would focus on the Google Business Profile section, otherwise known as Google Maps. Now watch this. If I select on more businesses, and this is the point I was going to make. Okay. When I lost audio, and I want to make sure I've got audio still. Okay, I do. Okay. Let me see if I've got any comments. Guys, let me know if you got any questions, please. Okay. So you can see here what I want you to see, because part of the promise here tonight is that that you guys miss out on 50% of potential leads due to slow response times and poor online visibility. So I'm trying to help you with your visibility online, and I want to help you with your response time. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then doubling your lead volume means more sales, more growth. Okay, so, and this is the example that I was telling you about. The guy that the roofer today, he was stuck in a rut, basically barely, he's not barely breaking even, but after applying just a few of the strategies on his own, they were able to transform their business. But there's still strategies that he can implement that we know, because we've just seen thousands of businesses. We know it's just like the reason why people hire a PI attorney. And also we also get a lot of phone calls from people that start showing up on Google here in the Google Screen section or the Google Business Profile section, and then they get sandboxed by Google because they do something that Google doesn't like. So we're trying to help our businesses that we're working with and our prospects to not do that. You guys to not do that. I mean, to avoid having that happen, because if you do, it can really save you a lot of heartache. I mean, a lot of business owners depend on showing up in the Google Screen section. I just got a call yesterday from a business owner that, that literally had his lead volume. He runs a car cleaning business down here in this area. And he had 350 leads that were coming in, and now he's got about 200 or 150, and he's really panicking because, when you depend on that and then it goes away because of the slow response time. And he didn't know that. This is the dirty little secret that nobody knows about and nobody wants to address. And a lot of business owners don't know this because they hire a call service and they think the call service is handling it. Well, the call service only answers the phone about what happens is about 30% of the phone calls go to a music hold. And those calls are actually listened to by Google. Let me just go back here. Okay. Look, so Google actually records all the calls here. Google is creating much more control over what is happening on their platform with Google Screen. That's their intention. That's what they want to do. They don't have much control down here of who lists their business. They don't actually even have much control down here because a lot of fake businesses create listings on the Google Business Profile section. And yes, if you want to show up here, you need now to actually have a Google Business Profile page. But up here, you have to be verified by Google. You have to have your license verified by Google, and you have to have insurance and everything. But that is not the same down here. So this is why businesses get this green checkbox. So, Google is really trying to build the trust of their platform. They realize now that they're in a place in the life cycle of their business where people don't just care about, okay, can I find a business? They're beyond that. They want to know, can I trust the business? And that's the reason why Google has done things like getting verified reviews. Look at this. And I'm going to see if these guys have any verified reviews. Let me see. So a verified review is a review that's been verified by Google. So let's look at this. Look at the reviews. He has no verified reviews. Let me see if Shiner does. Local guide. Yep. These are not verified reviews. And those sometimes can actually help if you get a verified review. So Google is, again, they're trying to do things like getting verified reviews to make it so that people trust their platform. And Google's also going to get paid for it, because Google doesn't get paid a dime for people that find a business down here. But let me show you something. If I go down here and I click on more businesses, look at what's going on. They're putting Google screen businesses at the top, even when I'm clicking on the Google Maps section. And I'm going over this again because I think, some people missed this before because you couldn't hear me. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I want you guys to see that there's a lot of people that are looking for a business, and they think they're going to, if you call from right here, Google's going to get paid. If you call here, it's Google screen. This is Google screen. This is not. This guy's not paying a dime for this. These guys are. But these guys are going to get a call potentially over this guy who's here what's called, organically. So this is the reason why it's important to do both and to really be optimized for both. And the way that you show up at the top here is very simple, guys. It's the 3 R's: reviews, radius, response rate. And the reason why, and I'm going to show you something here, the reason why these guys are showing up at the top is because they respond the fastest, and they also have a combination of response and reviews, and they're also local, meaning they're in, like, their office is in Palm City. Okay. So it's a combination of the three. And let me just show you how you can actually identify how quickly they respond. One of the ways, look at this, typically replies in a few minutes. Right there. Typically replies in a few hours. Typically replies in a few minutes. Few minutes. These guys are getting smart. You know how they're doing this? They've got automation, 1 hour in a few minutes. Okay. So what they're doing is they've got, and they're starting now to leverage artificial intelligence, like what I'm going to show you here in a second. Here's a response from an AI, and I want you guys to let me know what you think of this. Okay. Okay, we use AI in our own business, and if you text that 619-304-5155 phone number, you're going to be able to engage with our AI agents. You'll be able to experience it just like George did. Okay, so on December 18th at 9:18 p.m., this guy George jumped in and said, "Hey, my name's George. You saw my video, or one of my videos. He saw my 619-304-5155 phone number. And he said, I'm a one-man army with this, a lot of you guys can probably relate to this. My local service is running fine, and it broke loose about whatever. It hasn't been right since." And this is what I was telling you. This happens all the time. It just falls off. And this is why it's important to hire somebody that understands what's going on. Okay. So you need to know, like, that this is what can happen if you're running Google local service ads and you don't have somebody that understands how to optimize it. and how to make it so that, and I wouldn't even start, I mean, you really want to be careful about even starting a local service ads page if you don't have everything set up. So, hey, George, and so this is the AI. This is our AI responding, okay? Hey, George, it's great to hear from you at Accelerate Marketing. We specialize in local businesses. So it literally, I'm here to assist you. So it practiced repeating back what the person said. Could you please share more about the challenges you're facing? And there's a script we uploaded to the AI agent, a script that it will follow in order to actually, it's the same script. It's the same 4 questions every time. And what it does is it practices active listening, repeats the question back, or repeats what the person's challenge is, and then asks the question. Also, and then it's also tasked with getting their business name and location. And then what are your current marketing goals? Sorry, the text to speech came out incorrectly, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no worries, George. I'm glad you reached out. It's uncommon for the business to experience fluctuations. Okay, so it's repeating again. It's saying, I totally understand. Let's start by identifying your current challenges. Can you share with your specific issues you're facing? And it's still, it's trying to find out what is going on. And these are the questions that it's trained to ask. First, my ads went down. Then my LSA went down. I had to create a new business profile because of all the confusion. I understand, George. It sounds like you've been through quite a business. Okay, quite a bit. I've been through quite a bit. So this is a very detailed conversation. George has no idea that this is an artificial intelligence. This is AI. I had to do nothing. And you can see how fast this conversation is happening. Literally at 9:20, 9:21, there's a response. Really, I don't have any major marketing goals. But myself, I do not want too many calls. I just want to go back to where I was. Again, it fell off the cliff. Why? Because he's not responding. He's not responding. He doesn't have that, typically replies in a minute, response rate. I understand, George. It sounds like you're looking for a stable level of business. It's empathizing. Our goal will be to help you restore your ads. Could we provide me with your customer ID? Okay, I'm looking it up. I understand, George, and I apologize for the frustration. He gives the email. Thank you for providing your email. I mean, this is like, he said he wanted to schedule an appointment. It sent the link. He gives the customer ID. Thank you for providing that. Thank you. Boom. All that was done from 9:28 instantly, by the way. 9:18, instant response. Okay. He sent this text at 9:18. The AI responded at 9:18 instantly. And by the way, in this, I want to show you something. Okay, watch this. In this Harvard study, watch this. Firms that tried to contact the potential customers within an hour of receiving a query were nearly 7 times as likely to qualify the lead, which we defined as having a meaningful conversation with a key decision maker, as those that tried to contact the customer even an hour later, and more than 60 times as likely as companies that waited 24 hours or longer. Remember up here, it said that 24% took more than 24 hours and 23% never responded at all. So 24 plus 23, and then 37% responded within an hour, but 16% responded within 24 hours, 24%. Okay, so basically almost 70% of businesses are meeting this criteria of having, basically like outside of that hour window, okay? So they're like 60 times less likely to convert the lead. Okay. So I want you guys to just understand like how damaging that is. And why this is so important for you guys to understand that how important this is after hours. And by the way, with the artificial intelligence, you can turn on your business being on 24 hours, 7 days a week, which almost all of these attorneys are going to do. Okay. I can just tell you, all these attorneys they're smart. They're all 24 hours. Because every lead is worth like 15. It's actually worth like 16,000. But this one closes at 11 p.m. He could be open 24 hours. There's no reason. And because the AI responds, it sounds like a human. Okay. So I'm just going to verbally go through some more of these. So, okay, master the power of local SEO. Importance. If your business isn't visible online, you're invisible to 100%. So optimize your Google business profile to rank higher. Hopefully I help you guys do that a little bit more tonight. Showcase a real life success story of a local business where, I mean, I can give you tons of examples, but I mean, there's so many examples, we had a business just recently that we improved their rankings, not just in their local, the city that their business is located in, but in surrounding cities, and their lead volume increased by like 20, 30, 40%. And by the way, the other thing, guys, that I really, if you really want to double or triple your lead volume, I would either use Go High Level call tracking or, CallRail. CallRail is great. Why? Because you can identify exactly how many calls you're getting and where they're coming from. You can only improve what you measure. Okay. And the only thing that matters, in my opinion, is phone calls for a local business. It's all that matters. It really is. All that matters is how many more times are you getting my phone to ring? And if anybody tells you different, you gotta, really consider, what's going on there. So 78% of leads go to businesses that respond first. We already talked about that. Quick wins: use conversational AI to answer calls and messages within 30 seconds. Dominate how to set up an AI agent to handle handle inquiries 24/7. You can use, a lead nurturing system would be like Go High Level, any CRM or customer resource management tool. And then again, setting up that call tracking with 3 things. Number 1, if you're using AI and you don't want to have your team and you don't want to have the AI answer the phone first, you want to give your intake team the first 30 seconds, then you can set it up to make it so that the AI answers for the first 30 seconds. If you've got the right plumbing with a system like either Go High Level, the CRM does have a call tracking component to it, and so does CallRail. So it's not just call tracking, it also sets up the correct plumbing so that you can make sure that all your calls are answered within 30 seconds, okay? I wanna make sure that's very, very clear, okay? So, and then also you wanna set up the correct call flow so that that certain numbers are ranked from 9 to 5, and then other numbers are ranked from 5 to 9, so that you've got, again, so that you're increasing the likelihood that all calls are answered in that window of 30 seconds to give Google what it wants. Because if you give Google what it wants, Google's going to give you what you want. Okay. Share how a service-based business increased the conversion rate by follow-ups. Yeah, you can set up follow-up sequences very simply in a CRM like Go High Level. Audit your current lead response process. We can do that for you. We can do an audit of your local service ads page and your Google Business Profile page. I encourage you guys to do that, or let us do that for you. Okay. All you got to do is text us at 619, right at the bottom there, 619-304-5155. I see 31 of you guys are on here. Let me know what questions you guys have. I'm really curious, like what questions you have, what you want to do, what you're looking to do with your business. And by the way, you can go to LSA. This is our platform, lsa.accelerateyourmarketing.com, and you can set up your own AI agent, okay, in less than 5 minutes. You can upload recordings of calls from your intake team as your knowledge base, as long as you've got them in a form of a .txt or a .doc file or a PDF. And you can create your own AI agent very, very quickly. Put your name, your company name, your phone number, your email, and your password. You create a free account. It's totally free. We just want to show you how quickly you can set up an AI agent and set up the ability for you to do. And by the way, there's a video here. How to get started on our software. Watch the video. It's a very, very fast video. It goes through, it shows you the entire sign up process, and we're actually incurring the cost of you to set up for it's $20 we pay. You would pay if you actually set up your own phone number. So we're going to give you your own phone number, a local number, so that you can put an AI agent on that phone number so that people can text it and people can call it. Now, you're going to have to get A2P verified. We'll give you the instructions on how to do that. And you'll have your own free agent to test out for 20 messages or 6 phone calls. And that way you'll be able to test it before you even decide if you want one or not. So that's how we work. And yeah, I'm going to jump off. I mean, if you guys don't have any questions, you know, I want to show you guys, you know, how you can engage with us. You can schedule an appointment with me here. 619-304-5155. You can text the word LSA. You can talk to our agent by going to by texting that same number. You'll be able to text it and communicate with it, like you saw that I showed you that George did. So if you have any questions on that, or, you know, are curious about how the AI works, then text the number on the bottom of the screen here. And, oh, and by the way, the search engine optimization, let me show you. Here's how you optimize, getting back to Craig here. If you go to our Accelerate Marketing website, here, let me just share my screen. Watch this. This is the fastest SEO that you can do. In addition to setting up the pages, guys, in addition to setting up the city pages, the fastest way to rank right now is to put a chat widget on your website. Forget opt-in boxes, forget, you know, anything else. All you need is an AI agent on your website, guys. I'm telling you, just trust me, because it's going to increase the time on site. And by doing that, because the AI agent will answer any question that the person has. And this is going to, I'm showing you. Okay. Look at this. So I mean, it's answering my questions instantly. You know, can I schedule an appointment with you? Yeah. It's asking for your name. So again, there's no, we used to have opt-ins all over the page here. We don't need that anymore. We don't need any opt-ins anymore. The agent is the opt-in. It does the communication with the person. It gives them what they want. It provides value, and it gives us what we want, which is if they see what they want, if they get the information they want, then they're going to be able to actually take action and go to the next step. Okay. So I hope you guys see this. I mean, this is just, I mean, okay, so my name's Ryan. Business name is, okay. Email is, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's asking for, I'll send you a calendar link via text right away. Okay, so it's texting. It sent the calendar link via email. Yeah. So you guys get the point. I would send it, but it's gonna have a ping back and forth with itself if I actually say to send it to 619, because it's got an AI on the end of it. So we've had that happen before. So anyway, what do you guys think of that? I mean, I think that's pretty amazing. So if you create a city page and you have this agent on there, your time on site is going to go through the roof, and you're going to be the one that is showing up here. These guys don't even have, they've just got to call us. They don't have an agent on their website. It's silly. Their time on site would go through the roof. They've got this opt-in here. Who wants to fill that out? I want to get answers to my question. Okay, I have a question. Chatting with a team member. Okay, this is good, but this is probably handled by a human. It doesn't need to be. They're paying, like, you don't need, and I mean, really, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is so much more. It doesn't cost that much to do this anymore. The agent can do those things. Okay. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know if you got any questions. Yeah, I think that, that gives you, that kind of summarizes everything that I said I was going to cover. And I will talk to you guys soon. Text us again, 619-304-5155. And would love to chat with you. And we do these. We do actually, by the way, also, we do have a Monday at 2:00. We have Monday a call at 2:00 that's all about local service ads, and a Wednesday call at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that's all about AI. And we do these calls on Thursday nights at 8:00 every second and third Thursday of the month. Okay. Look forward to seeing you guys again. Thanks.